She wasn't even 5 feet tall. But she carried ammo through machine gun fire like she didn't know fear existed. Her name was Reckless, and she was the only horse in U.S. Marine Corps history to earn a rank and a promotion and a chest full of medals. She started life far from the battlefield, a small chestnut mare in Korea, originally owned by a young boy who used her to help his family haul rice. She was gentle, smart, and tough, but no one imagined she would become a Marine legend. Then came the Korean War. Reckless was sold to a Marine lieutenant for $250, money the boy's family desperately needed after their home was destroyed. The Marines bought her to carry ammunition for a recoilless rifle platoon, a job so dangerous that losing pack animals was common. But Reckless wasn't common. From the moment she stepped onto camp, everyone knew she was different. She learned her name in just a day. She memorized her routes after a single run. She walked through barbed wire, smoke, and chaos without spooking. And she had a personality, stealing soldiers, pancakes, wandering into tents to nap on blankets, and sneaking beer when no one was watching. But when the firing started, the playful little horse became something else entirely. Her greatest test came in March 1953 during the Battle of Outpost Vegas, one of the fiercest artillery bombardments of the entire Korean War. Marines described it as a sea of fire. Shells whistled through the air every second. Machine guns rattled nonstop. Men were screaming for ammo. Then Reckless moved. Without a handler. Without fear. Without stopping. Over the course of one brutal day, this small red mare made 51 trips up and down a steep, exposed hill, carrying heavy shells to the Marines at the front. She covered more than 35 miles under fire. She hauled over 9,000 pounds of ammunition. She shielded wounded Marines with her own body. And every time she returned for another load, she came back at a trot, ears pricked forward, determined to get more supplies to the men who depended on her. She was hit twice by shrapnel, once in the neck, once above the eye. But she didn't stop. Not once. The Marines later said they could hear her coming through the smoke, the sound of hooves, steady as a heartbeat. To exhausted, frightened soldiers, Reckless wasn't just a horse. She was hope on 4 legs. When the battle ended, the platoon had survived one of the worst nights of the war, thanks largely to her. The men gathered around her, stroking her muzzle, feeding her scrambled eggs and Coca-Cola, her favorite, and calling her a hero. The Marine Corps agreed. After the war, Reckless was officially promoted to sergeant, a rank she received in a full Marine ceremony complete with salute, citation, and fanfare. She received 2 Purple Hearts, a Good Conduct Medal, the Marine Corps Combat Action Ribbon, and several foreign decorations. When she boarded the ship to come home to the United States, she walked up the gangplank alone because officers walk aboard. And Reckless was an officer. She lived out her life at Camp Pendleton, spoiled by the Marines who adored her. She slept in a special stall, munched on her favorite treats, and wandered the base freely. To the men who knew her, she wasn't just a war hero. She was family. When she passed away in 1968, she was buried with full military honors. Today, statues of her stand at Camp Pendleton, the National Museum of the Marine Corps, and several memorial parks, honoring the little horse who fought like a Marine. Reckless wasn't big. She wasn't intimidating. She wasn't bred for war. She was just brave. Brave enough to run toward danger over and over again, because her Marines needed her. A small horse with the heart of a giant,